Hey man, what's up? My name is Ace on the Track, and today I'm gonna teach y'all how to make a Pro Tools template from scratch. And I'm gonna give y'all some secret plugins too. Let's get into it. So when you first open up Pro Tools, you're gonna have this screen. You're gonna want to make a new Pro Tools session. I'm gonna name it Ace Template. You can name it whatever you want. Now you're gonna make sure that the file type is gonna be a wave, the bit depth is 24-bit, and the sample rate is 44.1 kilohertz. And that your location is correct too. Now you can create your session. Cool. This is what I like about Pro Tools. You can open it up and you can do whatever you want. You can move anything around, customize it exactly how you want it to be customized. See? Make anything as big or small as you want it to be. I like it like this though. I usually keep it pretty regular and then just add tracks onto it. So to make a new track, you could just go on track and then create a new one. But I like using the shortcut. Command, Shift, and N. Let's say you're using this template for recording and mixing, right? Let's say for recording, you're going to use 4 vocal tracks and then 4 ad-lib tracks. So you want to make 8, actually 9, because you're going to want a recording track too. So 9 mono audio tracks. And you can name them vocals or anything like that. And then create. So the first one, I usually like putting red to record, right? And then you can go in your input and then interface and then pick an input for the microphone. And then all these other tracks you can make whatever color you want. I'm gonna keep them blue though. I'm gonna split them up. So 2, 3, 4, 5 is gonna be lead vocals, and then from 6 it's gonna be BG, BG2, BG3, and BG4. BG means background. And the way I did that, how I named all of them together, was that I clicked on one of them, and then I named it whatever I wanted, and then you press Command down, and it's going to go to the track below that one. Alright, cool. So now you have a recording track and a bunch of vocal tracks. So the way I record is, okay, well I'm going to record something, let's just say there's a clip here, I'm going to record it, and then bring it down to the first vocal track, and then record another take, and then let's say it's overlapping the first one, I'm going to bring it down to the second vocal track. So let's just rename these real quick. Alright, now all my vocal tracks are named because I like to keep it organized. Next, I'm going to create 2 buses to send my lead vocals to and my background vocals to. So Command Shift N. Yo, I'm recording a YouTube video, guy. Alright, so I'm going to create 2, forget what I said. And you're going to create 2 tracks, and then you're going to have them stereo, and you're going to have them aux tracks. And by the way, there's shortcuts for this too. Command side arrows is for mono and stereo, and then command down or up is to switch the track type. So we're gonna make it aux stereo, and then if you want to press tab, you can name it lead vox bus. Now I'm gonna drag those down, and the first thing you want to do is make sure these are solo saved. So you're gonna command click on both of them like this. Next, I'm gonna name them, so lead vox and then BG Vox. I like making these tracks yellow, and I actually forgot I was supposed to make one more. So Command Shift N, stereo aux input, and we're gonna name it all Vox. So basically, I'm gonna route all my lead vocals to the lead vocal bus. I'm gonna route all my background vocals to my background vocal bus, and then I'm gonna route both of those to the all vocals bus, and then I'm gonna route that to something else. You'll see. So you're going to click lead 1 and then hold shift and then click lead 4 to select all of them. And then you're going to hold shift option, click output, track, and then lead vox. So that created a bus for you, but if you want to make a new bus, you could just go output, bus, and then I already have buses named and all that in my IO setup, but you can make, you can click bus 3536, rename it, and then you're going to go to the other track here, and then input, and the input is going to be the bus you selected as the output on the other track, if that makes sense. So the way I did it, it created a bus for me, right? Lead vox right here, with the name of the track and everything. Next, you're going to do the same thing with the background vocals. So click the first one, shift click the last one, so it selects all of them, and then hold shift option, output, track, BG vox. So now all of these are routed to here, and then both of these are going to be routed to all vox. It's as simple as that. Now another track I like to make is a beat track. click Command Shift N, and then you're going to want to make a stereo audio track. Stereo audio, and I'm going to name it beat. Cool. I'm going to bring this up here and then change the color to purple, pink, whatever. And then this output we're going to change later. So this is where I would drag my beat in if I'm in a recording session. And if you're using beat stems to mix, that's a whole different thing. You can make a different template for that, but I usually like using the same template, and then I basically work around it. I drag all the beat stems in, and then I work around that, and I route all that shit from there. It's pretty simple when you get the hang of it. Next, I'm going to make effect tracks. So Command Shift N, and I'm going to go stereo aux track, aux input, and then we're going to just name them aux for now, and then let's see. So I'm going to start with a plate reverb, a regular reverb, a quarter note delay, a half note delay, an eighth note delay. We can go with doubler, so that's 6 tracks. I like making these ones orange, and then you can Shift Option Command the solo button to solo save all of them. Shift Option Command if they're all selected. Alright, so I'm going to name the tracks and I'll be back. Alright, so these are the effect tracks I have now. And you could add more if you want. You could add flangers or choruses, distortion, or whatever you want to do. But these are the ones I have for now. And I'm going to give you all a quick tip right now. For a cool deep effect in the background, you're going to want to go select a plugin. And then you're going to use the doubler if you have it. It's by Waves. Doubler 2 or doubler 4, it doesn't matter. And then use the preset Dark Fader or Dark Fader's Big Brother. And then you could bring this one down if you want because you don't really need it. So I'm going to send this track to my lead vocal bus by going here, track, and then deep. So now you have a send. So you put the effect on, and then you decide how much you want that plugin to affect the track. So now that we have that, we can make 2 more tracks. One's going to be a stereo aux track. So you're going to want to name this track Print. And then I like making this track blue. And then one last track is going to be a stereo master fader, and you're just going to name it master. You could leave it that color. So now you're going to want to route all of this from all Vox to all your effects, Shift Option, track, print. So everything gets routed to print. So if you're the type of person that likes to master on the actual Pro Tools session that you're working on instead of making a new one, you could use print to do that. You can put all your plugins here and it will affect the whole song if everything is routed correctly. So if I got to make sure to put the beat to print, and then this you just leave output 1 and 2, and your master. Basically with a print track like this, sometimes it won't tell you if you're clipping, so that's why I have the master fader, because you'll see the 2 little red dots at the top if I'm clipping. I don't know why. I guess, you know, sometimes if you put a plugin or something on the print track, you won't completely see the raw effect of it, whereas the master track, you'll see if it's clipping or not. Or you could check up here where my mouse is. If that's red, you're clipping. You don't want that. So now you have pretty much all your tracks set up. Now it's just time to, you know, record on it, put a beat on it, put plugins on it. So I'll show you guys a couple of the plugins I use to get my mix to be better. On my lead vocal track, I would put a FabFilter Pro Q3, which, in my opinion, is one of the best EQs out right now. So I'll put that, and then I'll put a de-esser, just any de-esser you like, and then I'll put a compressor, usually our compressor here. It really depends though. Maybe I'll go with an 1176 or another type of compressor, who knows. You could just use our compressor. And I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm doing with these plugins in this video, but I'll definitely make other videos on how to use an EQ, how to use a de-esser, how to use a compressor, all that. After that, you could do whatever you want. You could do some added, basically for the Pro Q3, I usually do some subtractive EQ on this one, and then the de-esser, I'll just de-ess a little bit, and then the compressor is kind of to, you know, handle the peaks and all that, control the peaks. And then after that, I'll do some additive EQ, some multi-band compression, maybe a little bit of saturation, more compression, and then here I'll add some reverb by going bus, and then track, and then reverb. Here I'll show you guys a really good reverb plugin. It's called Valhalla Vintage Verb. You can use that. So I put that on my reverb track, and then on my plate track I'll use a different type of reverb, which is called a plate, and I'll probably use a different plugin for that too. Now you pretty much have yourself a complete Pro Tools template. And you can customize it however you want. You can change the colors, the names, you could add more tracks, you could do less tracks. But this is just a basic recording and mixing template for you guys to use. Also, I forgot to mention, on your recording track, you can put an EQ, you can put your auto tune, you can do whatever you want on that, and it'll only affect that track. And then you'll bring it down to your lead 1 or your lead 2 or your lead 3, and then you'll have different plugins on there like auto tune. Sometimes I'll put a gate or something, but most of the time I'm affecting my vocals, I'm processing my vocals with the lead vox bus. What should be my outro, bro? What the fuck? If you guys enjoyed this video or if you have any other questions, let me know down in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more content like this. Peace. Cool.